Hi everybody, this is LMAO Games, and we are back for another video here. Tonight's a pretty special one. It's not like going to be your traditional first impressions. It's not going to go in the first impressions series, but it is a first impressions video of sorts. It is, as you can see, 8:21 p.m. February 6th, 2024, and we have gotten our hands on, the 6th, on the demo for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, I didn't watch the state of play. Well, I watched Max streaming it, but I had it muted and wouldn't have minimized once it started, because right as it started, I knew that whole thing was going to be spoilery as shit. And apparently it was. That Trash Can messaged me on Discord. You're wondering what I'm talking about. Trash Can Enthusiast. Someone that's been following my stuff for a while. Messaged me on Discord and said not to watch it or the trailer because it's all super spoilers. Like, it's literally the state of play, and especially the trailer. The trailer they had at the state of play was actually the final launch trailer. And as everybody knows, that's been around for Square Enix stuff, they are always insanely spoiler heavy. And apparently this one is no different. He also said that at the end of this, there is a thing that says hit any button to see one last surprise or something like that. And he said not to watch that either because it literally has end of game stuff in it. So we're not going to be doing that either. Luckily he told me about that, because I might have actually, if I didn't know that, I would have hit that thing and probably had some mega spoilers. But he didn't tell me anything about the demo. Didn't even tell me what he thought about it. Just said once you get to the end of the demo, don't push anything, or you see something. He said it'll be in the bottom right corner. It'll say press any button for additional thing, and not to do anything at that point except maybe close out the demo at that point. So we'll not be doing that. I debated whether or not to play this, because the game does come at the end of the month. And but here's the thing though, I mean, how much could they really add in that we don't really already know about from the original game at this point? Because what I'm thinking this is going to be is the flashback, right? Because we all speculated that, and that's been confirmed now that the beginning of the game is the flashback scene. So what I'm thinking is that this demo is the flashback, or at least part of it. Maybe up to Materiakeeper or something like that. That seems like that'd be a good place for it to end, is at that boss fight, potentially. So I mean, how much can they really change at that point? Because they were at the beginning. To me, if they were going to change anything, it would have to be later on, once we actually get through the first couple of areas of the game. Once we get on the eastern continent is where I think things have a lot more malleability than earlier on here. Then again, they're expanding everything, so who knows. At the same time, though, I think the flashback stuff, it's not really going to be spoilers, because for me at least, because I played the original game a shit ton of times. I know it pretty well, and if that's all it says, that's not going to be too spoilery, if anything at all. So I figured, let's just do it. Let's play it. See what we have. It'll give me an idea of what they're going to be doing with the rest of the game, because whatever we see here is going to be essentially emblematic of whatever's going to happen throughout the rest of the game. Because whatever level of effort they put into this, it's only going to get more as you go further in. 4 years. It's been 4 years since Rebirth came out. And I've been speculating on all this stuff, and I still haven't posted my goddamn theory crafting video. I actually even haven't gotten around to recording it. Which kind of sucks, because if I had, I had some of the receipts for some of the stuff that's been confirmed now. Yeah, eventually I'll get around to posting that up, and then I'll probably have to also include theory crafting for what's going to happen in the next game. Because I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably play through Rebirth, and then at the end of Rebirth, I'll essentially put up the theory crafting video for Remake, and so the theory crafting series, it's really a series of videos. I went through and talked about Remake, what I believed was going on in it, and then my thoughts and predictions for Rebirth, including that it would be called Rebirth. I mean, a lot of people thought it would be maybe something like, you know, obviously it was going to be saying the RE whatever part of it, because that's how Japanese sequel naming goes these days. But I thought maybe Rebirth. A bunch of other people thought maybe Rebirth. And we had all predicted it somehow. Or we, you know, influenced them to call it that. I don't know which. Because it is true that they watch a lot of fan videos and stuff related to this series. They've even admitted that at various press conferences and on various interviews and things, that they watch a shit ton of the media surrounding the fans' reactions to things and predictions and thoughts about things. So it's entirely possible that we seeded our own precognition of what the game was going to be called. Who knows? But that, like a bunch of other things, like there would be like 2 timelines, Zack would be involved somehow because of what we get at the end of Rebirth, and that seems to all be coming to fruition in some form or another. So, who knows? But it'll definitely be after Rebirth, I think, at this point. So it'll be essentially a theory crafting video that will talk about the theory crafting I thought, the theories I thought would be in, or theories about what was happening in Rebirth, and then what actually happened. We'll see close to the art. And then I'll like do one for the next game, which I think is either going to be called Return or Reunion, is my guess. I mean, it could be Revival, I suppose. It's another potential one, but I think Reunion's like the biggest top one it could be. It makes the most sense. The only reason I think maybe not is because they used that for the Crisis Core remake, too. But you never know. I mean, Reunion fits so well with what happens at the end of the game. And what's going on there. You know, the Genova reunion whole thing. Suffice to say, though, once we hit play here, there will be spoilers for this game if you haven't played the original before. I probably should have put a huge spoiler thing at the beginning saying there'll probably be spoilers while we're talking about it. But, if you don't want to get spoiled on what's going to happen in the beginning part of this game, don't play the demo, don't watch this video, don't watch other videos about it. But if you are even the slightest bit curious, like I am, we're going to dive into this here pretty quick. So let's go ahead and start. Also, you got the music here, it's pretty good. This is the Remake main theme. Alright. Squared Enix. Playable demo. Roberto Ferrari and Tetsuya Nomura. Character design. Before we actually really continue here, what I'm looking for. So, this is an action RPG. So, as with FF16, we're going to be looking at, as we did with the FF16 demo, we're going to be looking at game mechanics, combat mechanics, and then, like, since it's also more RPG-ish than that one is, you're looking at, like, how, well, we might not even get to the point where we have side quests at this point, really. But if there are side quests, we'll be able to kind of look at that as well. I think the next biggest thing is going to be music, which I think this game will probably be really good with, because Remake was really good with the music. So we'll see, but those are the biggest things I'm looking for. It's going to be, well, so gameplay mechanics and general kind of game mechanics around certain things, if they're present, and then level design and the music are the next two things. Story is not really too important here because the story for if this is going to be the flashback sequence. The story in that's pretty good. It's really well written, you know, in the original game, and if they just follow that, then that's not going to really be a problem. We'll see. But I'm focusing mainly on music and on gameplay mechanics and combat mechanics. That's what I'm paying attention the most to. What do we have? The Fall of a Hero in Nibelheim. Experience part of Sephiroth and Cloud's story. Interesting. So 5 years ago, Sephiroth and Cloud's expansion to Nibelheim started with a survey team. They're asked to investigate the Nibel Mako reactor and discovering why it had malfunction, but to reach a destination, that's first climb Mount Nibel. Completing the demo will allow you to skip this portion of the story and therefore... Oh, okay, so it's like FF16 in that way, where you can continue from where you left off. Okay. The story so far, I think this is the recap of the original game. They said that was going to be a thing, so you could see what happened in the first game without having had to play it. Let's take a look at the options, as we usually do with these. Also, we're doing a different format for this one, full screen, no camera, just so that we get a full frame of the game here. So, gameplay. What do we got? Active. So we can do classic. Okay. That's returning. Difficulty. Still don't have hard difficulty unlocked by default, which I think is a mistake. It is the demo, so we'll see what happens with the original. But I think they're gonna, with the actual game. But I think they're gonna do the same thing they did with the remake, which is lock hard mode behind beating the game first, which I don't like. I mean, I get it. They essentially on hard mode in the original game, what they did was they not original, but we're talking about remake now, is that they scaled all the enemies up to a level 50 character, or around a level 50 character. So if you played hard mode without going through the game and doing New Game Plus, you just get destroyed because the enemies would be way too powerful. I kind of understand that. At the same time, I don't really agree with that. Hard mode should be just a harder version of normal. And then on New Game Plus, every difficulty should be scaled up, not just hard mode be scaled up. So I don't really agree with how they did that in the original and remake. I don't think I agree with how they're doing that here, but I understand it at least. It's a valid, you know, gameplay mechanic choice. There's nothing wrong with doing it. I just disagree that that's the best way to go about it. Cursor position on a battle forget, so it won't stay where you put it at. I think that's fine. There's a lot of options here. Let's see. Command menu out of battle, issuing commands, combat targeting fixed, free. Essentially going to go through and do the same things we did with the original options, if they're there. I don't see like a sensitivity on camera. That's the next option section I made. Minimap dynamic, overall display, area 1, subtitles, dialog, speaker name, terrain, action guide. Huh. Only appears when you're not sprinting. Trigger effect function? So that's the level of force and tension applied to the... Oh, so we actually have haptic feedback and stuff on the triggers. Nice. 3 is the highest to go, okay. Motion sensor function. Interesting. Okay. So camera distance out of battle, 2 in battle, 3 camera repositioning off, target correction, slope, responsiveness. Lock on switching, switch in order, directional input. Okay. Oh, there was a screen shake, so there's some, let's say, some of these other ones might also be actually technically accessibility options as well. So they do have some accessibility options here and there. Optimization. Oh, we're definitely going to do graphics mode because, in my opinion, these kind of games look best in, 30. Plus, if you play, in modern, even in modern gaming, you're never going to get away from this aspect of console gaming, no matter what, no matter what console generation you're in. Doing the highest frame rate mode possible that you can is always going to result in lots of dynamic resolution shifting, just because that's how consoles can actually play games the way that they can with 60 FPS or higher. Don't buy into all the marketing bullshit about, oh, our console can do 4K 60 native, or we don't need a performance mode or anything like that to run 60. They all do. It's just marketed differently. You will never have a console that can run a game at the proper full-scale resolution at full-speed FPS. Just never going to happen, just because consoles are stagnant. So once a console comes out, unless there's a refresh or a new model that comes out, there will never be an upgrade to its capabilities, right? Unless we're talking about like way in the future where, you have something like some sort of crazy technology that you can do over-the-air updates to make it more powerful, which generally can't happen. So you're never going to get... So consoles will not get more powerful, but they have to be able to last for, 5 to 7 years, probably, is what a console generation length usually is. So, taking that into consideration, you have to think about, okay, what about how are graphics going to change over that time? And how is technology going to change over that time? Like, for the last 3 or 4 years since the PS5 came out and the Xbox Series X came out, graphics technology has increased by exponential amount, literally. I think the last couple of years we've seen the most advancement in graphics technology than we've seen in the last 20. In terms of the jump from where we were to where we are now. The 3000 series NVIDIA to the 4000 series NVIDIA cards were a massive leap in performance and visual quality. And all of the consoles are based on, 2019's technology, if not 2018 technology. So you have computers that can run things, not quite photorealistically, but we're kind of starting to get to the point where we can. And then you have all the consoles that are still running on, pre-2020s technology. So you're asking people, for games that run like they run on PCs in 2024 to run the way in 2020s or pre-2020s hardware. Ain't gonna happen. So playing something in the highest frame rate possible means that you're sacrificing a lot of visual quality. It doesn't matter what console it's on, it's gonna happen. So I always play things at the lowest stable frame rate, which usually happens to just be 30, because that's the cinematic frame rate. And then that allows the consoles to more... And even at the lowest, at the graphics setting, you're still gonna have some dynamic resolution shifting, but it'll happen less. It'll be at a higher end more often than you would be with performance mode. And that's why I do 30 for, or whatever the graphics mode happens to be, which again is usually 30. So yeah. Brightness, we'll leave that's at 0. We'll leave that at. Actually, this is for. I wonder why did they put this at 10. This is essentially HDR bloom. You should never have this at 10. Maybe 6. Because the higher this is, the more washed out the picture's going to be when you go from a darker place to a lighter place, a place with more light in it. So it's never good to have this be too high. I think 10 is the wrong setting for that. 6 or 5 to 6, maybe 7. It's probably correct. Of course, any lower than that, then you have a washout on the other side where things are way darker in the dark areas. HDR, while HDR is a really good technology for simulating kind of more realistic lighting, it also has a lot of huge drawbacks that cause you to make a lot of compromises. It's just, again, one of those trade-offs that we have to make things look more realistic. Anyway, so we'll use that. Audio and vibration. Let's see, controller, speaker, transmission, dialog, playback device. Standard speakers, thank you very much. There's no reason to have stuff coming out of your controller, honestly. For anything. Song volume with that. That's got to be referring to the Golden Saucer scene, right? Because I've heard there's a scene, there's like some sort of musical thing that's related to the Golden Saucer. That was in the last trailer that I also didn't watch. But I have heard things from that on Twitter, so I haven't been able to completely stay out of the spoiler territory with that. LAN cable? That was interesting. That's fine. Set the vibration level and text and audio. Okay. Alright, enough lollygagging. Let's go ahead and jump into this thing and see what we have. It's kind of crazy they brought, well, it is crazy, but it's also not crazy, I guess, at the same time that they brought Classic over to this one as well, but they spent all that time putting it into the game, they might as well bring it over too, right? Or now that impacts, like, the combo system and stuff. Alright, here we go. Also no camera. Whoa, okay. This is loud. Super loud, holy shit. Okay, so this is the end of Remake.
I'm waiting, Cloud.
It's a little bit of a thing for you to flashback to.
Seeing as we've got the time, want to tell the rest of us about you and your buddy Sephiroth?
Sure, if Tifa doesn't mind.
Me? Yeah, no problem. It's cool.
It actually starts off just right here,
It all
nice.
started 5 years ago. I was 16 at the time. There was hardly any work for soldiers back then, and what little there was boring as hell. My heart wasn't in it. Then, out of nowhere, the job of a lifetime came. A mission.
Got the music already.
I couldn't believe
It's like a crazy minor dark version of the main theme. Fall of a Hero in Nibelheim.
It's really coming down, huh? Hey man, feeling any better? I'm good. Sure don't look it.
Are they literally just doing this?
Wish I could help, but never been motion sick. Sorry, man.
I'm not going to mention anything that I know about this stuff, in case people haven't played the original that are watching
Do
this.
this?
But they're actually doing that. That's crazy. If you know, you know. Squats.
Hey, rein it in.
Sorry. No can do.
Kids.
Say, I'd like to be briefed on the mission at some point. Because if it's another one of those Turks gigs, you can let me off right here.
Really?
Finally make first. What do? Call a ceasefire with Wu Tai. Stealing my shot at glory. I didn't join soldier to be an errand boy. I joined up so I could be a hero, like you.
Well, our mission was to survey a rundown reactor. Another one of those Turks gigs.
It is crazy,
Job's a job, I guess.
like physically, how much they're
Where is it?
you know, connecting the two things together. Again, if you know, you know. Like, I didn't see, like,
Nibelheim?
everything Cloud is doing right now is just quite obviously, you know,
Got some fiends in our 12.
it's crazy.
Let's go.
Is this gonna be the dragon? Not quite.
You take one, I'll take the other.
And it's like that, we're in combat now. Or maybe not. Well, Sephiroth yeeted that guy out of existence. Well, we got our asses handed to us. It's a ball section monster.
Wait in the truck.
No way. I got this.
Whoa, playable Sephiroth? I did not expect that. Actually, I need to change. I need to change that. Okay, I can't. Oh, you can't do settings from here. Crap. I set the responsiveness a bit too high. Oh, I actually has like a teleport dash. Cleric Fury? Okay. Oh, like cinematic stuff right in battle, just smooth. Wow, okay. That was some smooth transitioning there. Some battle that cutscene. Shit.
He was in a different league from the rest of us.
Cleric Fury, you know, if you played the remake, you'll
Nibelheim.
get that.
That's where they built the first reactor. Right?
Yeah. It all started in the fall. Something was wrong with the reactor, and the whole village was up in arms. Talk of strange new monsters on the mountain only made things worse. People were scared, desperate.
The villagers tried to take care of the monsters themselves, but it was no good. Ended up calling Shinra. So the company sent help. Best they had.
Damn, this music.
Home sweet home, right? Tell me, how does it feel? I have no home, so I wouldn't know.
Jesus, this music, man.
You still got parents, though, right?
This is a remix of the Nibelheim theme.
A mother named Genova. She died shortly after I was born.
Well, not really a remix, but
My
a much
father-
better version.
Whoa there. Genova? Like from the Shinra building?
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm getting to that.
I like how they're cutting in and out of the, that's a nice effect.
Why am I talking about this? Come on, let's go.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting. I'm Xander, the mayor here. I wanted to greet you myself, to welcome you to our humble little town. Please,
The mayor
follow me.
is the best.
Consider yourself off duty till sundown.
Vampire Sephiroth. Can only do things at night. Press menu. Okay, usual stuff. So there's the access to the menu. Zero Odoro forward action from environments. Okay. Let's fix that. Oh, okay, we got menu stuff here. Oh, this is photo mode. Okay. It's actually a photo mode in freaking the demo too. So it says material and equipment. This is a crazy background. Oh shit. Didn't we? Yeah, I called this out before. The background's actually... I think the background is architecture from Temple of the Ancients. Which is kind of cool. So we got Focus Thrust, Buster Sword. So we have to relearn Focus Thrust. So we don't carry over like abilities from... or maybe we do, I don't know. Maybe it's not loading in the save data proper from Remake. Level 40? No, it's I think the flashback. It's oh yeah, that's right. This is the flashback. So whatever we have here is not what we're gonna have when we go back to the main game. So the fact that he doesn't have Focus Thrust, hasn't learned it, means that that makes sense because he wouldn't have learned it yet. What material we got on us here? Road Warrior Bangle. Cannot be changed at present. Can I at least see the freaking material? Healing and fire material along with ice. Usual noob materia starting stuff. Okay. Combat settings. Whoa, okay, we have... So these are shortcuts. Oh, this is wild. So we have shortcuts for in the air and on the ground now. So we have 8 shortcuts for combat. And then we have synergy skill shortcuts for when we're holding on. So R1 is defend, right? So does that mean that we have to be defending for synergy skills to be active? That's kind of interesting. Oh, this is interesting. So you can change the order. So you can either put defensive skills on the top 2 buttons or on the bottom 2. Like how it says an unorthodox control type. If you put your if you use this setting, you are deviant. What the hell is that? Dialogue. Some descriptive text down there. Unorthodox. Okay, that's interesting. So this is crazy though. So I wonder if that's. I wonder if this indicates that we're going to have a shit ton of abilities, that we can have 8 different bindings that could all be different skills, potentially. That's insane. And then we have another additional 4 for synergy skills, which is nuts. I wonder if this is just for quick, for hotkeying those skills, and we can still use even more if we just go through the menus. That's how the original game was you had your hotkeys, your shortcuts, but then you also had access to everything through the menu system. Leader, citizen leader. Spells. Cure Fire Blizzard. Okay. What's in our inventory here? We got some Phoenix. We got some mega potions. We got ethers and some Phoenix Downs. That's about it. Partay. Okay, so we have all of our stuff here. Initial limit level, max limit level. Interesting. Here's a question. I'm looking at this here now. Does this mean that in battle we can essentially forego using a limit break bar to let it grow for a second bar to go into another limit level? So the way it works in the original game is that you have different levels for limit breaks, and you have to set the level you want to use. So if you want to use level 2 breaks, you have to set yourself as a level. You have to set the active limit break level to 2, and you can only use the limit breaks from that level at that point. So what I'm wondering is if in this one, you can use any limit break you have, but the idea is that you have to essentially build up the meter higher than you would otherwise need to use a higher level limit break, maybe. That'd be kind of interesting. So affinities, passive skills, resistances, our normal stuff here. ATB charge bonus. A lot of stats. Okay, let's deal with this camera bullcrap here. Okay, 4 is definitely too high. 4 is definitely too high. Okay, that's a lot better.
You know, I've been thinking about joining the military for some time now. If you need help, just say the word.
Look at all this mud. It's never gonna come off. What a pain.
Hey, do you think I could maybe come with you to Midgard? I gotta get out of this one chocobo town.
One shot. Take a look around here. Oh, wow. Whoa. It's like a cannon going off. Oh yeah, we got traversal now, so we can go up into the mountains and stuff.
So, any friends here you want to see? Maybe a girlfriend? Speaking of which, I'll bet you're dying to hear about mine. Am I right? So, any friends here you want to see? Maybe a girlfriend?
Just trying to see something here. Can I see into the tiniest crevice of this? I think it, yeah. I think we can confirm it at this point. Okay, yeah, if you know, you know. And they definitely are doing that.
Backwater is an understatement. Don't blame you for getting the hell out of here. They got anything worth eating?
We're so glad you're here. Thank you. How's it going over there? You done yet?
Just a bit more.
Whoa! Real soldiers!
In all my years. So you're who they sent to survey the reactor.
Doggo.
So glad you're here. These fiends
What a relief.
pretend.
It's a good thing those soldiers are here. Now we can rest easy.
Must have been quite the trek.
Leveraging that whole background dialogue system from the original game still, which is good.
Hey! Don't run away from me!
Chicken.
Wow, 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 wow. He's a good boy who never stops. Keeping our city safe for each and everyone.
That's the, isn't that the Scamp song? What the hell? That's hilarious. World building.
Now I really want to go to Midgard. You know, I'm gonna move to Midgard when I grow up. Hey, what's Midgard like? Tell me, please. But if you do make it big there, are you super strong?
Yes.
You boys are gonna be well stocked for your trip up the mountain. Believe you me, it'll be a right feast.
Oh. Another mega potion. Okay.
Are you super strong?
All you need to do is get a good night's rest. This country's not kind to folks who brave it without a clear head.
What do you think Sephiroth's like when he's not on duty?
Well, just let me.
So many people here, jeez.
Wow, he looks so big and strong. No fiends are gonna get past me.
The hell? Friggin' packing with that gun there, jeez. I guess it would kind of make sense they're being attacked by monsters, so they would have some they're trying something to like defend themselves, I guess.
Fiends are out and about. Keep your eyes peeled, people.
I always thought it was weird that
Don't you worry. We'll make sure you guys are ready for your hike up the mountain tomorrow.
that you didn't see more of this. This makes sense, you know.
Keep your wits about you, people. Beware of fiends.
It's kind of like you think about like modern militaries and stuff like that. In a lot of smaller countries, you see a lot more like reliance on guns and things like that. And like in the more advanced nations, the more larger nations, you see more reliance on high technology systems like, you know, tanks and drones and things like that, as opposed to, you know, soldiers on the ground with weaponry as much anymore. So I thought it was weird that we didn't see more of stuff like this in the original game in these smaller towns. Whereas, like, you know, Midgar you get all these like freaking crazy ass robots and high-tech systems and things that Shinra's made to like protect the city and stuff. You got, you know, literal genetically engineered soldier. So it's cool they're delving more into that area of like expanding out the world, making it make sense.
Please just let it be a quiet day. Hold on a second. Is that Cloud?
The hell? Actually recognize.
Everyone keeps their eyes out for fiends in the underbrush.
Actually being recognized here.
It'll swoop down from above. That's why I make sure to watch the skies like a hawk.
Oh, that's kind of a crazy little thing there. What the hell?
Sure feels good to have soldiers on our side.
Soldier, good to see ya. How about a taste of home before you go?
Sandwich.
Wait a minute. Is that Cloud? Silly boy. You should have let us know you'd be paying us a visit.
It's crazy that you're getting recognized.
Sure feels good to have soldiers on our side.
I have no clue what's going on with the network cable.
Eat up, Cloud. You still got room to grow, you know. You remember these pork sandwiches, don't you? They're exactly like the ones Mrs. Tyler used to make. I'm sure you must have taken them as snacks on a play date before.
Jesus.
Wait, did you go on any play dates?
I just inhaled that thing.
Rest up tonight. Got a big day tomorrow. Don't make any trouble for Sephiroth. I'm eager to talk to him too.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that little Cloud strive? Why, I almost didn't recognize you in that uniform of yours.
You've grown so much since the last
Don't
time
make
we
any
saw
trouble
you.
for Sephiroth.
Did you come looking for Tifa?
If you did,
Everyone,
I'm sorry to tell you that she's not home at the moment.
The least you could do
I'm
was say
eager to
hello to
talk to him
us.
too.
As
But
if
now's
we're
not the time.
strangers. There's no need to be so standoffish.
Don't make any trouble for Sephiroth.
This is wild. Like there was none of this in the original game. In the flashback, nobody like recognized you.
Cloud, what mischief
I'm
are you
eager
up
to
to
talk
this
to him
time?
too.
What the
But now's
hell?
not the time.
Haven't changed one bit. That uniform
Don't make
can't
any
disguise
trouble
the
for
naughty little
Sephiroth.
boy I know.
Are they hitting on Cloud?
I'm eager to talk to him
Jesus.
too. But now's not the time. Everyone, please.
Whoa. Okay.
I'm eager to talk to him too. But now's not the time.
Sephiroth.
For Sephiroth.
There's actually lyrics from Sephiroth's song in there. It's hilarious.
Talk to him too. But now's not the time.
Now what's hilarious is that I think they did this as like a joke at themselves. Like in the original game and remake, if you go through Sector 7 at the beginning at a reasonable pace, all the NPC dialogue got triggered and you just got hit with a wall of sound. So I think this is them making fun of that bug that they had originally. Who the hell's this guy? Got a camera.
Sephiroth's in there, right?
cinematographer.
Kill for
Okay.
a shot of him, but I should probably wait till later, huh? Mind asking Sephiroth to come out?
Don't make any trouble for Sephiroth.
Oh, hello.
I'm eager to talk to him too, but now's not the time.
Recognized by these people too. Jesus.
Hello, sir. Soldier.
Hold on a second. Is that Cloud?
It's just wild. How many people recognize you?
I'd wager soldiers eat more than your average Joe.
This is my third load of laundry today. The Mako pipeline's a lifesaver. I'd never be able to get all this done without it.
Midgar wishes its water tasted as fresh as ours.
And probably right.
Don't worry. We'll get your stuff where it needs to be. I guess you're not allowed to tell us what's inside all these, huh?
One second. Gotta reply to something. Okay. This is nuts. This is literally nuts.
The survey team is the coolest. Man, why didn't I enlist like everyone else when I had the chance?
I have the perfect scarf for Sephiroth. I look so handsome in it.
Oh, Jesus.
God, Mom! You told me you made that for Dad for your wedding anniversary.
It's almost just like... It's hilarious.
Wouldn't have lasted a day. Who was it that used to say how scary the military was?
What if that's one of the original Sephiroth fan club members? Now, she'd be too old. It's only been,
The survey team is
what, a couple of years?
Scarf for Sephiroth. I look so handsome.
Considering the timelines and things of what's been going on. It's only probably been like, it's only like a couple of years since that, so. General store, can we go in here?
Ah, Shinra's here, I see. Thank you for coming.
You're Shinra? Shinra?
Oh.
Oh, whoops! I didn't recognize you, Cloud. How you've grown.
Oh, she recognized us too.
I must say, you look dashing in that uniform.
You're so cool. You're so cool.
The hell, he grabs his sword. So you gotta let me show off some more.
You look so different.
You a soldier? You a shoulder? Gonna beat those monsters? Gonna beat them?
The hell, this kid's.
You look so different.
Be sure to rest up tonight. Got a long day tomorrow.
There's nothing we can really do in here, apparently. Still, like, world building. It's crazy how well this has been done so far. Like, you know, it really feels like Sephiroth is, you know, a war hero, like he actually is at this point in the story. So this is supposed to be our house here. This is Tifa's, right? We can't go in there yet. So, let's see, what can we do here? Press pad to be current position on the map, check progress story.
So, how did it feel being back up there?
I don't know. Nostalgic, I guess? After 2 years away and all that.
Uh-huh.
Interesting little moment there. Got the amount of detail so far. Oh, we can go in there now. Well, let's stop up at our house first.
Then I stop on my mom's. Not that it matters.
Sure it does. I know I want to hear what happened.
Me too.
Barrett.
Yeah. Go on.
Oh, cool. We actually have a Mass Effect style dialogue wheel. A little bit of lag there. Interesting. Of course, we're gonna go on.
My dad died when I was a kid. So after I left for Midgar, she was on her own. It was the first time we'd seen each other in 2 years. First time. And last.
I'll be right there.
Cloud, is that you?
Hey.
Welcome home. Come in. Let me get a good look at you.
It's literally like line for line so far from the original game.
Hi. So that's what they've got you wearing, huh? You soldiers sure do clean up nice.
Interesting.
I've never been so proud.
Something similar happened in the original, I think.
Women must be hounding you day and night.
Not really.
You know, there's all kinds of temptations in the big city. I'd feel a lot better if I knew you'd found a good girl. One who'd make sure you didn't get into trouble.
I can take care of myself.
An older, more mature girl that could keep you on the straight and narrow and tell you when you're being a silly goose. That's the perfect type for you, I'd say. They are feeding you properly, aren't they? Oh, Cloud. But you know, Cloud.
This is literally, like, word for word from the original game. Crazy.
You're my son. Of course, I'll always be.
Okay, that's enough.
That was nuts. That's literally word for word from the original FF7. Alright, it's time.
Huh? You went to my place?
Yeah, I know.
I figured you might be there.
Wait a second. You two were neighbors?
Barrett.
We were, but it's not like we hung out that much.
We had our reasons.
Our reasons, huh? Bet most of them had to do with you.
Friggin' Barrett. What the hell? Model's jumping around a little bit. Noticing that now. Oh, what's this?
Remember my cat?
Her name was Fluffy, I think?
Yeah.
Huh.
She was always disappearing, and that day was no different.
Was that in the original? Maybe? Sounds kind of familiar. Well, let's see just how accurate things are, shall we? I believe that should be Tifa's room. So what's this one? Her father's, I guess. Or maybe a spare room, I guess. Potentially. I'll get a huge chest over here. Bottle of ether. Huge ass chest for a bottle of ether. I mean, yeah, it's a game. It's a RPG trope, so I'm not gonna complain too much about that. But still, it's just kind of a hilarious trope. Massive chest for tiny little thing.
You went into my room?
I did.
like the little inflection in Cloud's statement there, like the I don't say shame of it, but the kind of like being caught. What the hell? She has a Moogle, stuffed Moogle. Alright, so if you played the original game, you know what happens when we go check out this cabinet over here. Let's see what happens in this game.
You went through my stuff?
We have to choose. I think this was in the original too, where you had to make the choice of whether you did it or not. Of course, we're gonna do it because I want to see if they actually do it or not.
I know I shouldn't have.
Cloud! You asshole!
They both said it? What the hell? Okay. Okay, especially Cloud is an asshole. What the hell? Like, I didn't expect that. Both said it. It's hilarious. There wasn't. I don't remember if there was any. There was not this much interaction between the other members and you during the cutscene. It was all like specific points during the cutscene. You would that soldier up there. It is. Oh, it's one of those figures. This is a reference to the original game here. I'll talk about that in a second. But you would have specific points in the story where you would come back out into the hotel room and you'd be talking about with the other people in the party, what was going on and stuff. You didn't have this like mid cutscene or mid flashback introduction of the party into it like that. It's a lot more fluid this way. It's hilarious. So that up there was so many like conspiratorial theories about this game because there's all this content that was never really put in, or was like put in halfway but never really finished. And the 135th Soldiers were one of those things. they were meant to just be a collectible item, but people assumed that there was something tied to it, right? The prevailing theory, I think initially, was that there were 35 of them, so it was like 1 out of 35, essentially, instead of like a 1/35th scale soldier. Then when it became apparent, there were just like figurines of Shinra soldiers, basically. Infantrymen. That maybe if you got all of them in the game, something would happen. And they were just supposed to be collectible, nothing was supposed to happen. I think that's what that's supposed to be a reference to, is those things. Can we actually play the piano? I wonder if you play Tifa's theme, if you can... Actually, yeah, they probably changed that. So in the original game, if you played Tifa's theme here, like we actually knew the actual inputs for it, you could unlock her level 4 limit break at this point. Because it was just, you know, there was no trigger preventing you from doing it this early in the flashback even. Normally you'd have to go back to Nibelheim to do it. But if you knew all the inputs, you could do it here. Because it didn't lock that trigger behind going to Nibelheim first. And sometimes the encounter starts to start tickling the ivories from piece of sheet music you required.
Did you actually play it?
What's the town on it? I think in the original game it was jammed out or something like that. So this is gonna be is this gonna be the actual minigame? I know there's like a minigame around this. Oh shit, it is. Nice. So when this game officially comes out, what people are gonna do with this thing, I have no clue, because this is some wizardry level stuff here, this thing. It's gonna be insane to see what people do with it. So let's see. Press to select the piece you would like to perform. Tilt the L and R sticks in time with the notes drifting out from the center accompanying chords. Virtuoso pianist can increase the note scroll speed for an even greater challenge. Well, I mean, you know, if you know how to play the piano really well, that's not going to help you with this shit. Because this is an entirely different thing. You're not playing a piano here. You're playing with 2 analog sticks. Or whatever. So, oh, we actually get Tifa's theme here. Note speed. Damn. This is crazy. So, performance time is 2 minutes, 146 notes. And then a ranking for scroll. So, there's like a scoring system. So, how do we begin? Ah. So how does this go? Ah. Damn, okay. Damn, okay, so it's kind of difficult. Shit. Damn. Okay. Shit. This is really difficult. Shit. Damn. It's like trying to like pay attention to both of them at the same time. It's kind of screwing me up here. Well, at least I got the last one perfectly there. Miss 23 bad too. But that's not too bad. Got a B or a C. Almost a B. I would have had a... I still would have had a B if I hadn't missed all the notes that I missed. Actually, probably would have been more because I would have had those on the positive side. Let's try it again. Damn. Rip if you have stick drift. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, the left stick coming in screws me over hugely. Especially when it's like right in the middle of all this kind of crap on the right stick. Damn. You kind of almost have to watch the left side of your periphery. Okay, that was way better that time. Well, not way better, but better. Got to rank B. I mean, like all these things that you can do. I mean, look at how crazy this is. And you have that on this side too. You have sharps. So you have monotones on this side. And you got a sharps on this side as well. It's just like, it's like nuts. I mean, you're gonna... I would not be surprised if people learn how to play like Ocarina of Time stuff on this, or even like crazy things. I could foresee people doing really insane stuff with this system, because... And this toggles flats too. for the semitones on this side. So, I mean, like, if you're fast enough, you could switch between all those things. It's insane. Think about what people will do with this. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy, but like, cause like, for example, if you want to go to a sharp, and then we have to go to a flat, you have to go essentially. So if you're at a sharp here, from here you have to go essentially let go, hit R3, hit this, then go to the flat you want. It's not gonna be easy to do, but maybe if you do it with like both sides on semitones, you can do it. Or on monotone rather, because then... Oh, this changes both. Interesting, okay. So I thought maybe you could do them independently, but I guess you can't. They're the same. Still, let's... Like I said, this is nuts. Or no, we need to use the menu button to finish. Yes. We have jammed out enough. God, this game is crazy.
Wow. Where'd you learn to do that? Hey, you gotta play for us sometime.
Well, shit. You're a merc of many talents.
Barrett. Cat scratching post, I think. Or no, that's a punching bag. Fairly well-worn punching bag. So, I think all that's left now is to go to the oh god. No way is that. Jesus.
A soldier.
And you are?
Richard Zangan.
Yep. Tifa's master.
Traveler of the world, and teacher of martial arts to the youth.
He is an anime voice actor. I know his voice from somewhere. Where though?
Well toned, but lacking mass. You need to bulk up.
Who asked you?
You could learn a lot from me.
Pass.
Don't be shy. I have many pupils your age. At last count, 128.
Damn.
In fact, one of them's from this very village. Perhaps you know her. Tifa.
Sure.
A real talent, that one. She'll go far.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right? Got anything to say for yourself?
Nice.
No.
Classes is getting freaking destroyed in the comments right now. Comments being in the peanut gallery.
We're all thrilled to have you.
I'd be interested to see how one of Shinra's finest fights. Should you need my help, just say the word.
That's crazy that Zangan's in this. That's actually, well, obviously I guess everything's gonna be voice acted, but the person they have voice acting him is like a really well-known and versed voice actor. He's in a lot of different things. I just can't remember what I've heard him in recently.
City folk are so sophisticated. Can only imagine what their lives must be like.
Let's see what's up here.
Didn't really notice at the time, but looking back, all the signs were there. From the moment we arrived, Sephiroth just wasn't himself.
Hmm.
What you looking at?
this landscape.
Huh?
I could swear I've seen it before.
You okay?
Big day tomorrow. We'll be leaving bright and early. You should get some rest.
All right, will do.
Night.
I tried, but I couldn't get to sleep that night. Was
Oh,
too
rip that
excited.
innkeeper dialogue apparently.
Nervous.
Was pretty much the same for me.
Why?
Yeah, I was surprised too.
You know what happened the last time she went up there.
That was years ago, Brian. She's old enough to make her own decisions now.
We leave once our guide arrives.
Yes, sir.
Brian!
Sephiroth, sir, I must insist that I take you up the mountain. My daughter isn't...
Dad!
Ah, Tifa's dead, okay.
You can still back out. You don't have to do this.
I'm going, and that's that. There'll be 2 soldiers with me. I'll be fine.
Pumpkin!
Good morning, sir. I'll be your guide for the day.
Tifa? You're our guide?
I sure am.
This freaking music.
Anyone
What the hell?
around here. I'm the best there is.
You could get hurt.
Not if you remember to do your job, she won't. Come on.
For posterity, sir?
Not today.
Can you talk to him?
Not today. Maybe later.
Sephiroth, it'd mean a lot to us.
It's just one photo. Come on. Where's the harm in that?
I'm gaslighting Sephiroth.
There? Thanks.
Say cheese! Sounds like you were having a good time.
One more!
Yeah, I guess we were.
Later.
For a while.
The reactor was halfway up Mount Nibel. I was looking forward to breathing that crisp, clean mountain air again.
R2 and L to sprint, or press L3 to sprint, okay. Attack with square, yep. Is that the mansion over there? Holy shit. I think it is. Holy damn, that place is massive now. Mega potion. What's up here? It's an old storage thing, I guess. There's Tifa. I guess we just have to follow her. Well, she's following me at the moment, I guess. It's freaking,
You probably already know this, but our reactor's the first of its kind. It really put Mount Nibel on the map.
I've seen a few reactors in my time, but none with such a breathtaking view. Who could tire of it?
Everyone, eventually.
Everyone eventually.
Man, I wish I could go on trips all over the world like you guys.
Trips.
Yeah.
You mean business trips, which are no fun at all.
Though you do learn stuff on them.
That's so cool.
Business trips, aka wars. What was I about to say? Oh, the music. You've heard like 3 or 4 different versions of this goddamn main theme somewhere. It's insane. Also, Jesus, look at the actual just terrain of this place. If you come over here, you actually get a zoomed out view of the... If that's not a freaking like photo moment here, photo mode moment here, then there aren't any in this game. If this isn't one. What the hell? Like the fact that the camera pulls back too. Like it's just like telling you, hey, you probably want to take a picture here. This game looks insane. Keep wanting to push X to jump. Been playing a lot of Monster Hunter recently. Alright, so I set the camera to come back this far, didn't I? Let's fix that. I just now was able to do it, I guess. That is a bit too far out as well. Camera focus in battle. Camera distance out of battle. Wait, we have it set to 2. Let's turn if that. Let's see. We haven't gotten really into any major battles yet. It's still, yeah, the camera still pulls way back out, so you get a view of this still, but it's not quite as far now. But yeah, this is like crazy looking. This can't be the reactor here. It's too far, too close to the bottom. There's anything back here. That's kind of annoying that if you start going off the main path, the game slows you way down so that you don't want to continue going in that direction. Like it's like intentionally forced telling you like, oh, you can come up here, but we're gonna make you walk really slow, so you go back to where you're supposed to go to. There we go. It's kind of annoying. What if that's a bug? There's just another path that comes down here. Yeah, this doesn't really go anywhere, I don't think. Still, we're gonna explore a little bit because we can. Contextual movement too, which is kind of interesting. It's definitely a lot more than the original and in Remake, for sure. Some of the textures look a little bit iffy. A little bit, some of these ground textures. But again, they're ground textures and this is a demo, so I would expect everything to be 100% ironed out. And even like in the release of Remake, there was still a lot of texture issues in that game. Like the infamous door. I saw some popping over here on this plant. I mean, the fact that the game's running this smoothly with all this foliage around, and the game still looks the way it does, is nuts. Yeah, there's a lot of popping on these things. You actually can see it as they're walking through slowly. Oh, a lot of popping. Some of these LODs might not be set correctly. But Unreal Engine is also notorious for having LOD issues too. Freaking crows. Oh, we're back down here. Okay.
Everything okay? Not going too fast for you, am I?
Of course not. We're just trying to pace ourselves is all.
But I thought you guys were in a hurry.
Even so, you'll burn yourself out running like that.
I'm not even close to burned out. Not with all the training I've had.
Huh. Guess you really are the best there is.
Hey, a high potion. It's kind of crazy just how much freedom you have to explore. Coming out of Remake, where you didn't have that much at all. Everything's pretty linear in Remake. Jesus. God damn it, grass, get out of the way. I'm trying to look at stuff. Holy shit. This grass is just getting everywhere in the way of everything. This is crazy. These graphics are nuts. I think that's the reactor way up there. Potentially. Mega potion and a high potion. I kind of wish the game wouldn't force you to slow walk. It's kind of annoying. I got some enemies. What the hell is this thing? It's a crazy looking enemy.
Seen those near the village, and they're not nice. What do you think?
I think I got this.
Then they're all yours.
Copy that.
Insectoid Chimera.
It's on now. Steady.
We still have that Royal Guard counter. Oh, we do. Nice.
Gotcha. You're done. See ya.
Nice. So they still have the mechanics from the original game. Cool.
If this is how it's going to
From
be,
Remake. I say original, I'm talking about Remake at the moment.
I guess not.
I gotta stop saying original.
You leave it all to me, huh?
I mean Remake.
If I do.
So if you're in Punisher mode and you guard at the right precise time that an enemy attacks you, you can essentially do a counter against an enemy. There's a way to do it without being in Punisher mode, but it's a really much tighter timing. But it's kind of cool that's still in here, so that was an intentional thing, not a bug in the game mechanics. Enemies grow alerted when you're about to... No, that's it. Enemies grow alerted to your presence as you approach. Once the edge fills are coming soon. Before it fills, jump into its first strike. Oh, okay.
All yours.
Oh, this is the gotta remember how to play the game here. G charges, yeah.
Let's finish.
There we go.
Well, that's that. Is that Mako? Whoa.
Interesting. Okay. Area hazards and things.
Come on, soldier. You can do better than that, can't you?
What's this thing? Velocitwing. R1, block coming attacks, circle them about arm's way. Block the perfect timing to render attack ineffective. There we go.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I wonder if we still got a if we still got an attack buff if we do the full Punisher combo. I'll have to try that out. The combat system feels a lot more smooth than in the first game. So there's definitely been some improvements. Targeting.
Take it away.
Nice. Countered it in the air. No, we do. I think that missed. Okay, aerial combat's still a bit janky. They don't actually even jump up to the targets anymore, I don't think. It didn't seem... At least it isn't right now. Which is kind of even more annoying than the aerial combat system in the first game. And Remake. The amount of meta-ing going on here, Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
I got the rest.
Oh, okay. me see.
Shit. Gotta be careful.
I actually have a limit break, I just noticed. Did I hit them both with it? I did, nice.
Shall we pick up the pace?
Not unless we absolutely have to. Our guide might not be so lucky next time.
Then, how about I go on ahead and clear the way for you guys? I'll be careful.
You'd better.
Cool. See you at the reactor.
I have to say, they, we can equip materia now. They're doing a lot more to humanize. I don't need that. Sephiroth and this version of events. Aid equip character sneak ability, Punisher mode.
Now we're talking. It's on now. You're done. Bye. Now. It's on now. Brace yourself.
So what is that,
Well, that's that.
What's that, like, upward hit that we just did? That was weird, that's crazy. So I have free roam now, it seems. Or outside the story party, as it were. Bottled ether. Getting a lot of healing items. There's a lot more terrain mobility in this game, which is cool. See that progression. Very reminiscent of Intergrade.
If it's a fight you want.
I actually had a perfect defend on there that made me immune to damage. Did I just kill that guy? I think I did, yeah. Oh, there we go. I have to do triple slash to get into the air. What's this banjo? Jesus, that's hilarious. What the hell? It's like crazy diversity in the music this time around. It's like literal banjo in this battle thing.
Gotta say, that one felt pretty good.
It's really cool to see. And makes me think that they might have put a lot more focus into music this time around, potentially. Like I was saying before, we've heard like 3 or 4 different versions already of that main theme song. Like the world theme from the original FF7. And we're barely like anywhere in the game right now. I just look at the time. We've been playing this for probably around an hour and 20 minutes. We spent about 20 minutes talking about shit. And we're like barely up Mount Nibel at this point. So how long is this demo going to be? I believe the demo for Remake was like around what, 45 minutes to an hour, something like that. You can get down as low as like 35 if you're really good at fighting the Scorpion. Oh, I got some materia up there. Better bet we're grabbing that. Oh. Yeah, I can just literally come up here if I want to. It's crazy how much terrain mobility there is in this game. Wind materia. That'll work good against those flying bastards. Oh, we have a SS. Make sure we put that. SS materia.
Hey, not that way.
The bridge apparently is out. Okay.
It's a dead end. Rockslide took out the bridge a while ago. Come on back, okay?
Okay.
So you have me come up here and kill these guys just to tell me that. Well, we got the materia, so. Ah. This is where the hid loading screens and Remake is these kind of places.
This way. Gotta make a detour through a Shinra facility.
To think I almost made you our guy. Good thing I reconsidered. Otherwise, you'd have led us straight off a cliff.
Freaking Sephiroth.
Lead on.
Yes.
That was a yes. Oh, definitely it's somewhere that's Shinra owned here. Hacker Sephiroth. I probably should heal. Oh. Not what I intended to do. The hell's a mixed type potion? Oh, it does both HP and MP. Interesting. No dialogue? Alright. Oh, we have some HDR problems here. Yikes. Hopefully they fix that for the release version of the game. This is probably like maybe 1 or 2 builds out of date from what probably the main game is, so hopefully they fix that. God, even with the HDR turned down a bit, it's still like massive freaking bloom. It's crazy. I got some, what's are you? Level boost materia. We have a EXP Plus materia already? Or is this something entirely different? It wasn't, no, EXP Plus is, support, purple. This is, or independent materia. This was support materia. So what are you? Does it boost the level of linked materia? Oh wow, it does. That's exactly what it is. So I can equip this, I can link this with heal and get a heal level 2, which gives me Cura. Nice. That is nuts. Already showing us, oh, and materia is AP now too, I didn't notice that. So, materia levels up now. Actually, it always did level up, didn't it? Never mind. I'm stupid. I wonder if they have the birthing system back or not, where when you max out a materia, it births a new one. They didn't put that in the original and remake, so I don't think they're going to have that in this one. But it'd be kind of cool if they did. I just don't see it happening. That unbalanced the game a lot in some aspects. Oh, we're not going that way. Guess we're going into the elevator. Oh, I see a dude over there. Smogger, maybe. Whoa, maybe not. It's one of these guys. Screamer, okay. Interesting, so if you perfect block against an enemy, ground enemy, it actually knocks them down. That wasn't in Remake. You actually really can't get the Punisher combo off on this guy very easily. He's also pretty resistant to knockback.
Well, that's that.
Alright, that wasn't too bad. So that's kind of cool. So if you get the rock's still there. If you get a perfect counter on some enemies or a perfect block on some enemies, you actually can knock them backward. That's cool to know. There's a chest down there. Wait, how'd you guys get... Oh, we can go across here. I was gonna say, how the hell did you get over there? Well, that's how. Comes over there is kicking shit around. Bottle of ether.
The reactor may have been around for a while, but there are still pockets of Mako gas all over the mountain. Try not to breathe it in if you can.
Don't want to get Mako poisoning.
Elevator access restricted due to Mako gas concentration.
Interesting.
Air purification unit must be employed to clear excess Mako gas.
Oh, is this that crazy ass thing? Yeah, this is that crazy Zamboni thing. Huh. Yeah.
Mako gas levels reduced by 20%.
This is that crazy Zamboni sucker vacuum thing. The Mako sucker.
Gas levels reduced by 70%. No Mako gas detected. Elevator access granted.
Use a purifier connected to Mako processing unit. It actually is tethered. Interesting. I wonder if that actually will prevent it from going too far. That'd be kind of crazy. Southern Ridge, Summit Approach. Phoenix Bloom. There's the reactor.
Come on.
So I wonder if they say this reactor is special because of...
Just thinking about crossing that thing.
Then let me go first.
Hey, I'm the guide here.
Oh, this bridge. The one that they fell off of as kids. I wonder if this is... They want to call this a unique reactor because of the... Jesus. Of the things that they are doing at this reactor, potentially. Holy shit.
Tifa, are you okay?
Not really.
Sephiroth's like... LMAO Shindaru. I'll rip those guys. The fact that Sephiroth can just stand up in this shit. A giant. Well, definitely rip that guy. Oh, interesting. A little bit of theme in there. Should have a theme in there, but... Okay, the music in this game is good.
He's in Fate's hands now. Do you know the way?
Yeah. Following the river should get us back to the village.
We're not going to the village. Can you get us to the reactor?
Sorry, I don't think I can.
I see. Well, we certainly can't send you back alone. You'll be safer with us.
Okay.
I'll be joining you up front this time. What? For your performance review.
Are you kidding me?
Good luck.
Sephiroth. They're really building up Sephiroth, Jesus. Which is good, because it's something that didn't really happen in the original game that I feel was something that they could have done more of. And how hard is it going to hit later on? That's the question. Oh, hey. Horizon Zero Dawn mechanics. Not using pigeon shit-stained edges, though. We got Materia here. With audio. Mysterious stranger. HP up, nice. Let's see. Actually, Sephiroth's in the party now. What materia does he have? Already know, don't. No, maybe we don't know. He's got the Masamune, Resplendent Bracer, Fortitude Ring. Do you have like a information thing that we can see about this? I want to see information. Show me informations. Guess we can't see informations. What do you got for materia? So revival, he has a maxed out revive materia, maxed out healing, maxed out wind on magnify, which is essentially all what magnify is. Maxed out fire. Maxed out everything. He's got all of the maxed out elements except for fire on frickin' alls, man. I mean, the fact that we get all these magnified materials, maybe mastered materia does level up and produce a new one. Level 40, 4.25 or 4.2k, almost 4.26k. Like almost double friggin', or almost 200 more attack than friggin' Cloud has. Hell's Gate. So what are Sephiroth's abilities? Zanshin, Hell's Gate, Dual Blade Dance. Oh, so we have the synergy skills now. Unlearned defensive skill. Interesting. Yeah, I think he has both of those in that fight. So you actually see that he has the skills that he has. That's kind of cool. Enemy intel. Empty. Actually, no, we do have some. Limit break landed. What does that mean? Oh, I guess it's the battle log. So it means I've hit one with the limit break, I guess. Interesting. Anyway, back here, I want to put this HP up onto Cloud. I could have just sat down there, god damn it. Oh. Switching characters. Up, down, left, right, L2, R2. Fighting a Sephiroth. Perform branching finishers like Pierce or Sword Dance Triangle, filling your limit gauge. R1 enter retaliation stance. While in this stance, press square with R10 to parry an incoming attack. It's kind of like what Cloud has, but probably better.
I got your back.
Cool. Changing party leaders. Okay, into the caves we go.
More Mako gas ahead.
There's no way around it either. Just have to go through. Let's not waste any time. Mako this big is dangerous.
Damned aerial enemies.
Farewell. This won't be the last.
So you can get some MP regen from these guys apparently. And more material over here. What are you? Empowerment materia. Does it give you like a buff to strength and such? Oh, we might have had a problem over here. One moment. Okay, I think we're good now. So, the 4K have decided to freeze. Had to go and restart it. Elgato's 4K capture utility is a piece of crap. I've had so many problems with it over the years. Oh, I had to change this back to HDR mode. Okay. Yeah, empowerment, that's what we're going to look at. What is this empowerment materia for? What are you about? Sounds like it might be for buffing your characters or something like that. Allows you to use physical magic attack, strengthening spells, pair with warding materia grants resistance to physical and magic attack reduction. So if you put it with a warding materia, you get physical and magical reduction. And if you link it with a other materia, it increases the damage. Okay, cool. New types of materia. Oof, that texture's not the best there.
Mako spring.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, but if we keep using Mako to power our homes, springs like this will disappear, right?
What are you talking about? Who told you that?
My dad. And the mayor, if you must know.
Seph, the planet's huge. Mako will never run out, right?
Naturally formed materia. And look at the size of it. Astounding. For the Mako energy to condense...
Cloud spreading that Exxon misinformation
I've
there.
always wondered, how does materia let you cast spells exactly?
How did you ever get to be a soldier?
Oh, snap. Cloud, you're gonna need a burn heal for that one.
Simply, the knowledge of the ancients is sealed within each orb. That knowledge not only connects us to the planet, it allows us to tap into her power. That's how we can use magic. Or so they say.
Really? Magic sure is weird.
I know someone who'd be livid to hear you call it weird.
And Sephiroth laugh, what the hell?
I can just imagine what he'd say. It's an affront to science.
That's gotta be Hojo.
Hojo, from research and development.
Knew it.
His predecessor was a great man.
That is true. Sephiroth kind of idolizes Gast, but looks down on Hojo as a charlatan. It's kind of an interesting dynamic there with that. It kind of makes sense though, because Gast is... What the hell? I was like, nah, I'm not going through this purified Mako energy here. Not one of those guys, huh?
Now we're talking.
Damn, Sephiroth's gonna like melt these guys.
Gotta say, that one felt pretty good.
That's crazy. we have materia over here. What command of materia are you? Is this Giltos? They're giving us Giltos this early on? What the hell? Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's Giltos. Crazy we get this early. Ostensibly this early on, we'd have no guild to throw, so it would be pretty weak. Then again, we're in the flashback, so it's not like we get to keep the money we have right now. Yeah, no, the washed out look of this is because the bloom is set way too high. That's something hopefully they'll address. Yeah, see, here we go. Now it looks a lot better. Hopefully they'll address that in the final version of the game. Because it is a massive problem so far. It's the biggest problem I've seen so far in this game is that the exterior bloom sometimes just goes wild. Oh. Unblockable attacks.
It's on now. Let's get him.
Alright, after a brief moment of being owned, we owned those guys back. Well, that's some motion. Whoa. Okay. Even better view here. Jeez.
Heads up.
Bring it on.
No, twin brain. Oh good, now we're both screwed over here. Being bound.
All right. Let's hurry.
Oof. There's a lot of animation slide there. What the hell? Yeah, that's a little bit sloppy. Freaking Sephiroth's just like walking normally across this thing. That's hilarious. I mean, this is like sliding, sideways sliding. He's just like walking, just like, I'm just gonna walk on this bitch. What's back here? The way we probably have to go. Oh, yeah, this goes down to materia. This doesn't go anywhere. What are you? Ah, more all. Okay. So you can go up the, oh no, we can't. This is too high. Interesting, okay. I want to make sure you see that materia over there. Jeez. Oh, it's a zoo. I've already been using synergy, so. Filling stagger bar, I've been using that. Staggered. Oh, they screwed that guy up. What the hell was that? He's making all that. He made that thudding noise. Loud as hell. Oh, there's some chests down in the barrack. Mega potion. Another one. Over this one? Yeah. So what is this independent materia? Defense focus? Precision defense focus. Maybe this improves the timing on perfect defense. Let's have a look. Improve functionality of blocking and perfect timing. Extends the timing. Okay, yeah, so it increases the timing window. Cool. That's what I figured. Holy hell. Let's make all the noise. It's crazy how much noise things make in this game when you knock them around. Compared to like in Remake. There's more materia out there. And this game is giving us lots of materia. Oh, screw those guys over apparently. And friggin' Hell Dive does so much damage. That is Sephiroth, I guess, so it makes sense. Still, it's crazy. Another all, maybe? Autocast. Like, actual autocast? And they're giving us all kinds of crazy materia. It's nuts. Allows an automatically kind of smells like torture. Oh, okay, so during battle they'll use materia when you're not actively controlling them. Ooh. This is some Gambit system shit here. Kind of, sort of. Not quite. But, yeah, tinges of it. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. The Gambit system is one of the only good things about the battle system in 12. Whoa, boxes. Boxes and holy items, Batman. Holy items, Batman. Got like 14 items there or something. Nuts. Nuts, I tell ya. I'm sure nothing bad's about to happen. We're getting all this stuff. Oh, there we go. We've got another one of these segments. I've got to hold it. Good God, people knocking stuff around over there. Oh, they do that. Okay, cool. So this table does have a finite length. Nice. I like that. So I'm guessing we got a... Yeah, it seems like there might be a thing over here to... Yep, there we go. Or hold. Cool. Alright, time to Zamboni up some Mako here.
Mako gas levels reduced by 70%. No Mako gas detected. Elevator access granted.
Cool. I got a bench. Let's use it. This time instead of using items. Oh, got a item chest down here. An elixir. Stand by my previous statement that nothing bad's about to happen. I'm just getting a bunch of items for no reason.
Up ahead. Looks like a way out.
Oh, this is definitely a boss fight. Is this Materiakeeper? I'm betting it's Materiakeeper.
Wait.
What?
Oh yeah, this is Materiakeeper. Holy crap.
Get back.
Definitely improved the graphics on this since the last time I saw it.
You said you wanted to be a hero.
Well, here we go. Boss battle time.
It thinks we're after materia.
Someone should tell it we're not.
Be my guest.
Mucus discharge. Mucus jet. Ow. Discrete enemy parts. Certain enemies may have individual body parts that you can target and attack. Destroy these discrete parts, pressure your foe, prevent it from unleashing powerful abilities. So it's kind of like, they kind of had this in Remake, but they didn't really utilize it so much. Like, it was, the Guard Scorpion had something like this on it, and just a couple others. It wasn't really a huge factor that much. Hopefully it's a more of a factor in this game now. Alright, so let's figure out what we need to do here. Cloud's in that one. So spells, I'm gonna guess it's weak to fire. Actually, we're gonna Firaga. Or we can't use Firaga. Oh no, wait, we should be able to. Oh, it needs 2 ATB bar. Not just the MP, but the ATB bars too. So we'll do Fyra to the right hind leg. Oh cool, it is weak to that. Oh, did we just destroy it? Nice. Yeah, we crippled the right hind leg. Dual tech? Oh, dual tail lash. Ah, come on, Cloud.
Damn it! Not again!
Get it together.
Sephiroth. It's like, god damn it, Cloud, I have to save you again. At least now I won't be able to do that with the hind legs anymore.
On me.
Damn. That trailer shot. phase 2.
Pretty
Okay.
Till we knock it down.
Good thing I don't with a sword. Go for the legs.
Take out its legs. Now.
Oh crap. Oh, he doesn't have whatchamacallit on fire though. I should be able to use it on everybody though, right? It's linked to magnify. Oh, here we go. Or maybe magnify just increases the damage. Oh, you just have to do one of them, okay.
Move in. What are you?
Gotta keep your guard up.
Did it interrupt the dual attack? That's kind of cool.
I got time to kick it up a notch. Get him.
Whoa. Cloud had a different series of things from Sephiroth. Cool. Was it weak? Oh, we staggered it.
Show them what we can do.
Defense foul.
Try this. Brace yourself.
Oh crap. Wasted that. Whoa. Did this wallbang itself? What is this, a Monster Hunter? We in phase 3 now?
You're practically panting.
I'm excited.
What the hell? Okay, there's gonna be memes about that interaction, holy hell. No, it's Furious Materiakeeper. Synergy ability. Use the double helix synergy ability from commands menu to bring the Materiakeeper garden across the cave floor. Interesting. It's a specific thing we can use to make the Materiakeeper hittable now.
I don't like the looks of this.
Stay alert.
Sephiroth, take the lead. Whoa, that was insane.
Damn. Oh hell. Okay, so the right click, the guard synergy skills are something entirely different from the other ones. Okay, what does Sephiroth have? He has like a thing on his
We fight as a team. Might want to steer clear of the gas.
Oh, he has an effect on him right now, probably from that ability. He has no MP cost. Oof. He just fracked him up.
Hold still.
Got your back. Yes, come on.
Can't go near the monster.
Ow.
Get back.
Because Sephiroth doesn't have the ATB gauge. Trine? Oof. He still has the Trine ability.
My help. We need to work together.
Alright, we need to... God, the music's going nuts. Wait, can we use Sephiroth's can we use Sephiroth's limit break here? Like, I need to try and get his limit break to be used here. Let me try and keep Cloud from dying. There we go. Damn, I don't know if I can keep, keep him alive long enough. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see what Octoslash looks like in this new environment. God, the music's going nuts. Yeah, I can do it. Nice. Holy shit. Nice. Oh, damn. Cool.
Take it from here.
Yeah, they're really building Sephiroth up to be an actual, you know, good person at this point. It's really cool to see.
Nice work.
Okay, hold up.
Barrett.
Maybe I'm missing something here, but everything you've said makes Sephiroth sound like
Yeah, here we go. Barrett.
Well,
Voicing what I was just saying.
He was.
And now he's pure evil, trying to kill everyone on the planet. Help me to understand this shit. Tell me something that'll really make my blood boil.
Content, Barrett.
Oh, I will. I will.
Barrett. Make me hate this guy. Give me an excuse to shoot him. It's hilarious. Alright, I need to pause for a second if I can. Because, goddamn, this is a long frickin' demo. I'll be back in a little bit. I'll go ahead and stop recording so it's not going to be on the video. But, yeah, I'm going to pause for a second. This is looking at the time. It is currently almost 11 o'clock now. I think we started at like 8:20 or something like that, or 8:02 or something like that. Let's assume like about 8 o'clock or so. Maybe it's closer to 8:30. It's been like almost 2 hours so far. Maybe a little bit over, I think, that we've been doing this demo. How the hell long is this thing? Jeez.
No way! I want to go too. Please?
Sorry, no civilians, even if we weren't on a mission.
Come on!
Keep the young lady safe.
Carry on.
Tifa.
You better keep me safe.
They made her a lot more, the younger version of her a lot more sassy, I guess.
I really wanted to see the reactor.
What the hell is that thing? Oh, it's a tree branch.
Would it kill this guy to say something? I really wanted to see the reactor.
Nothing over here, though we can like climb around on it, which is cool.
Didn't expect it to be all systems go.
You'd think it'd be running at reduced output, like most last-gen models.
And let me guess, villagers don't have a clue about this.
Knowing Shinra? Of course not.
The company really needs to be more transparent.
Tell that to the president.
What exactly is the problem with this place?
The people in charge. While most reactors are under the jurisdiction of urban planning, this one is overseen by R&D.
Huh. Why do I suddenly have a bad feeling about this?
Interesting.
Whatever you see here, you are not to speak of it.
Oh, I won't.
Jeez, this is a new version of this one too. The reactor thing. And the music in this game is so good. Large area here. This is gonna be a fight. Maybe, maybe not. Definitely large enough for one to be here, though. So where do we go? I guess over here? That door didn't look normal. It's kind of busted open.
Perhaps you'd like to say a few words to your sword first?
Jesus. They really are playing this whole thing up, aren't they? It's amazing. Again, if you know, you know. Ew.
Hojo, you are really something.
What are those things?
Genova.
Genova?
Holy hell. This Genova thing playing right now. This is wild.
The malfunction must be forcing the pods to depressurize. Cloud, go out and shut off the valve.
Copy.
The music's a bit loud to the dialogue. A little bit of a mixing issue there. Let me see if we can change that a little bit there. But Jesus, the music in this scene playing right now is doing a lot of work to add lots of atmosphere. It's like, you know, very unsettling atmosphere to the scenes. Okay, let's see if that helps a little bit. Mixing's a little bit off, but again, hopefully that's corrected in the final version. If not, we can easily fix it with the settings, so it's not too big a deal. So hold L2, R2. Oh, that's kind of cool. So Cloud, let's go when you let go. Wow, that's a really cool use of the technology. Doesn't look until you let go both triggers though. It'd be cool if you did it individually. What the hell?
What are you doing?
These pods were built for the production of artificial materia.
That makes sense.
But Hojo repurposed them as incubators, cages for animals, fused with Mako.
Interesting.
All to birth a new breed of monster.
Are they interesting? We'll come back to that here in a second.
But he didn't stop at animals.
I like that.
Oh no. There were others.
Holy shit, the music.
Look.
More Genova theme there.
My mother's name was Genova.
Jesus Christ, the music.
Could it be that I was created the same way? Am I the same as these monsters?
Sephiroth.
Ever since I was a child, I knew that I was different, that I was special, but not like this. Not like...
Lovely that not like this frickin' emote. That's a cool little moment there. Using the sword like that.
Am I even human?
Damn.
Eventually, we went back to the inn.
How hard are they gonna go? I just realized we're past the Materiakeeper.
But when we got there, Sephiroth locked himself in his room.
Is this the entire flashback?
The mayor had been
That we're
looking
doing?
forward to having dinner with bona fide soldiers, so he didn't take the news too well. Dad had to put up with his belly aching for hours afterward.
Huh?
Must have sucked. But what about Sephiroth? What happened to him?
Barrett.
He left. Didn't tell a soul where he was going.
So this how long is this gonna be? Jeez. Is it gonna be the entire flashback? Because technically we're only about halfway through the flashback at this point. At least as far as the original is concerned. Now what I was mentioning before was, that we're gonna circle back to was, there's the implication that those weird ass creatures you find in the original game and the ones that you find in Remake as well, like along the class pathway. The ones that have those like really crazy powers and they're really hard to beat. They kind of look like those guys that Sephiroth took out earlier in the reactor room. There's an implication those things are created by Hojo, or at least created by Shinra, which is interesting because they are like not normal monsters. So that's kind of cool origin for those.
met Sephiroth as he was heading for Shinra Manor, and he acted like I wasn't even there. Busy, I suppose.
Looking for Sephiroth? He just left, I'm afraid. Maybe he needed some fresh air?
I was gonna get some fresh air, alright. He's going for a moonlight walk. Like Alucard. Team 4-star reference there.
So, how was the reactor? Did you find out what was wrong with it? Looking for Sephiroth? He just left, I'm afraid. Maybe he needed some fresh air?
Sephiroth? I did see him leave a little while ago. Don't know what bee got in his bonnet. But the man was not in a good mood.
I have no clue where I've heard his voice recently, but I've heard it somewhere. He's a prolific voice actor, that much I know, because I recognize his voice from a bunch of different animes.
Haven't heard anything about the reactor either. What happened up there anyway?
Bad, horrible things.
Haven't heard anything about the reactor either. What happened up there anyway?
He's holed up inside the mansion.
Something's been off ever since he came back from the reactor.
Too much exposure to Mako? Then we ought to bring him some medicine.
Goddamn, this theme. I can't climb on that stuff, huh?
I'm beat. No reason for you to be burning the midnight Mako either. Go get some shut-eye.
We had this big dinner planned, but it got called off when Sephiroth didn't show.
Nothing out of the ordinary so far tonight. Don't worry, Sonny. If a fiend rears its head, I'll shout for someone quicker than you can say Shinra.
I've got a handle on things here. You go ahead and treat yourself to a hot shower or whatever you fancy. You definitely deserve it.
Out for a little nighttime fun?
It's pretty late. You should get some rest, soldier.
Okay, doesn't have anything to say apparently.
Thanks so much for checking
Oh,
out
there we
the
go.
reactor. You should get some rest. We can keep an eye on things here.
Huh. Okay.
Hey, thanks for helping keep our village safe. Haven't seen Sephiroth. He's not around here.
Why do we have two markers in the map? Can't even see what that one is. Oh, I think that's the main one. This is like a waypoint, I think is what that is. Looking for Sephiroth takes priority over your mother. The door's locked.
I saw Sephiroth making a beeline for the manor. Wonder why.
Squad will just say stuff around here. Interesting. Can we get up here? No. We don't have completely free movement. So there's no other like things to trigger apparently. Did we ever go inside the church? I don't remember. This is a church anyway. Might have been able to earlier and just didn't try it. Something to do when the game comes out or on a replay of this, I suppose. This is the general store. Should be closed.
Sephiroth wasn't looking so hot when he passed by. Everything's okay.
I was just having a existential crisis, nothing big.
And older than the reactor. The company used to conduct research there. Back when
Jesus, look at this thing.
manufacturer. Even so, the rent on that plot was basically what kept the village afloat.
That was a bit of interesting little lore there.
I mean, the whole place is pitch black. You think he's sleeping or something?
What if he's sick and needs our help?
And a little Mako poisoning isn't gonna hurt a living legend.
I mean, you can't really be Mako poisoned because he's already Mako infused, but whatever. They don't know that. This is crazy. It's just to just be like this. Like, as big as one of those houses is back there, like, as big as Tifa's house is, that's how big the manor was in the original game, and Tifa's house is a tiny thing. On the outside, anyway. This is nuts. There's a little interesting bit of lore there that the only thing really keeping Nibelheim from not existing anymore is the fact that they collect taxes on this land from Shinra. It also makes sense that this would be older than the reactor, because the reactor is something newer. This has been there for a while. They did Gast use this for research and stuff. I wonder why Gast put this here, though. I don't think they ever really divulged why Gast built this place here in Mount Nibel. Maybe because there was so much Mako naturally occurring in Mount Nibel. Nothing to find around here. Got some HDR problems there. Friggin' crows. Oh wow. I don't think it was very properly shown because we entered it right on the outswell of that part of the song, but I think it automatically transitioned to this. Let me see. No, this is on that. I was gonna see if wanted to see if it would transition back, but no, there's a one-way trigger or something here. But when you play this demo, if you play it for yourself, wait for the music to get to like a part that's really swelled up and has a lot going on in it, and then walk in here and see what happens. Because I think that was an automatic transition from that version of the song to this one seamlessly, which is insane. they messed around a lot with dynamic and adaptive audio in the first game and Remake. It seems like they've like perfected that whole system in this game, which is the applications and possibilities of that system is nuts, absolutely insane. You know, when we talk about technological breakthroughs, that was one of the bigger breakthroughs that the more innovative things they did in Remake was that whole dynamic music system. And it seems like they've like even gone further in this game. This place is nuts. It feels like we're in like Resident Evil or some shit right now. Jesus. Very spooky.
Took a look around the place, but Sephiroth was nowhere to be seen.
Is this sheet music here? Ah, come on. It's not. I wonder if this is the piano you play later on. Damn, the music changed again. Timpanis? Other instruments? Because there's a... When you come back here later on in the game, in the original game, you can play this piano, and if you play the right thing, you actually unlock a boss fight. I think it's to get I think it's Odin? Is it to get Odin? The Odin summon materia, possibly? Like, you unlock the fight with Lost Number. Yeah, I think it does give us Odin when you beat it. And this place looks just crazy. Is that Rufus? I think so. And there are just points where the music goes insanely just like dark as hell as well. You know, all this lighting and just like accent lighting and stuff. Bloody candles. Those look like actual flames, damn. What the hell was the budget for this game? The budget was, yes, that's what it was. We all know that's what the budget was. Still, it's nuts what they've done with this thing visually. The thing that needs the most work is the lighting in some places.
Never knew it had a basement.
Was news to me too.
Friggin'
Doubted
Morningstar.
the village had a clue.
What's this say? Turn back? It's thinking Japanese up there, I think. This door be locked. Oh hell. This is the lab. The music changed again. Holy hell. This looks like a scene right out of freaking Resident Evil right here. Like, you're gonna go in here, Sephiroth's gonna turn around, and it's gonna be like a T-virus thing or something. Holy shit. Nah. Nah. This is like right out of a horror movie almost. The lighting and the framing of this thing.
Excavated from a 2,000-year-old rock layer. A life form in stasis. Professor, Professor Gast named this life form Genova. MEGL 77-1977. Genova. Verified as an ancient. MEGL 9/13/1977. Genova project approved. So, they named the life form Genova. And once they understood what she was, they grew ambitious.
Damn. This writing.
Sephiroth, what you got there?
The music too.
Leave me be.
And the lighting. Everything about this scene is nuts. Oh cool, they actually have this montage.
He stayed holding
Nice.
Reading, like a man possessed.
And that Dutch angle, that like rotating Dutch angle. Night of the 7th day.
A locked reactor door. The name of Sephiroth's mother. An ancient's. Screw it. Racking my brain's not gonna get me anywhere. May as well just ask the guy.
That's a nice little detail. Almost left without a sword, and he's like, maybe I'll need this. Nice little insight into what Cloud's thinking about right now.
Ah, Cloud. I've come across the most fascinating passage. The specimen found in strata dating back 2,000 years smiled with what could only be described as ethereal grace. Though the truth eluded me at first, I later determined that she was an ancient, or a steward of the planet, as they are referred to in legend. She needed a name, and so I dubbed her Genova.
Damn. Who's this going off?
The Genova project was approved soon after. A bold initiative to resurrect the long-dead ancients.
And Genova's theme in there all over the place.
Resulted in my conception. Or rather, my creation. The crowning glory of Professor Gast's wondrous experiment.
Damn.
He created you?
Sephiroth's not having a good day. Jesus.
I should go. Mother is waiting.
Oh, damn. Okay, here we go.
Hey, hold on.
Holy crap. At least they didn't do like the stupid flying thing out of the frame. Like goofy shit.
I keep asking myself, why couldn't I have come to sooner?
Because you got your ass beat, that's why.
If I had, maybe I could have saved the village.
Yeah, somehow I doubt that.
Or tried, at least. What?
monsters need your help.
I think it's coming down. Oh shit. Crap. Oh, we didn't quite get crushed by it. Did get injured though, apparently.
Let me through! My son's still in there!
I'm sorry, he's gone.
Jesus. This Sephiroth thing going on right now.
True? Sephiroth did this? Oh, it was him, all right. And he's still here. So keep your eyes peeled.
This is Xander.
Get your head straight. I need you to secure the way out. Now! Yes, sir!
Sephiroth? But he... Why would he...
Maybe we can go into this door here. Damn, apparently fracked up her leg. Or not, I guess. So where are we supposed to go? Oh, this way, I guess. Where's the photographer guy at? Is that him? I don't think so.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Oh, we can't go that way. God damn, this music. What the hell? Someone walked out of the door. That was kind of weird, not gonna lie. Jesus. Music is going off. Once again, music setting some really crazy drama in the scene here. Oh shit. Water tower's gone now. There's some symbolism for you.
Please be okay.
What's that soldier right there? Holy. They are doing some wild stuff with this scene. With this flashback. Holy shit. Only people that have played the original game will get any of this stuff. This extra stuff they're adding. Whoa. Yeah. Probably not a good idea, dude. You just caused a blast. What's it called? A flash blast or something? Flash burn?
Run away. You have to leave.
Oh, that's what Sephiroth said to Cloud in Remake. Holy shit. Does that mean that Cloud killed his mother, though? Nah, she's probably already dead. There's no way. If she was somehow alive, though, Cloud probably did kill her right there. Militiaman.
I got you. Come on, let's get you up.
Jesus. Oh, the sound. Jesus Christ, this got goosebumps. Like drop, synth drop. Yeah, this is definitely, they did not do this in the original game. Holy shit. No, they built Sephiroth up just to tear him down even further. Holy shit.
Sephiroth! Stop! You sick son of a bitch! That's far enough! Drop the sword!
Why aren't they shooting him? Go on, shoot him, these morons. Got him right there. Oh my god. Okay, this part's kind of hokey. They're still not shooting him? What the frick? Wow, okay. This scene's a little bit weird. But Jesus, man. They built him up way more, and they tore him down way further. They made him an actual, like, villain. Jesus. Did he just decapitate that guy? Holy shit. God damn this music. Jesus Christ.
Wait for me. I'm coming.
Sephiroth!
Oh god. The safer Sephiroth theme here. One-winged angel kind of vocal track part of it. Jesus. Christ. Oh my god, they're gonna end it there. Yeah, see here, press any button for one more sneak peek. Don't do it. Do not do it. Okay. Put the controller down so I don't touch anything by accident. Holy shit. That's what I'm gonna say there. Oh my god. I was wondering what they were doing by building up Sephiroth so much into to be like a heroic character. It was so they could just tear him all the way freaking down and even further. That whole last segment was Jesus Christ territory there, man. If the rest of the game is as good as this part has been, this demo has been, this could be not only game of the year, this could be like game of like the last quarter decade. Jesus Christ. Like the music was like the hugest thing though. It was like added so much atmosphere to everything that was going on, especially at the end with like those huge synth drops. Like those kind of drops when used in a thematic setting like that is supposed to indicate like it's supposed to invoke like a sense of dread, a sense of just loss of not almost like morality, but like it's supposed to like invoke feelings of like you're looking at a scene or somebody that's like just falling into absolute evil, basically. And that's exactly what we were seeing. Holy shit. No, the original game, the original FF7 from back in the 90s, never went that hard. Absolutely did not go that hard. Didn't even hint at going that hard. I mean, there were hints and like little nuances and things, but like you never got the idea that Sephiroth went around actually physically killing people, as opposed to just like setting stuff on fire and you know, getting people out of his way and such. There's no implication that Sephiroth... Well, actually, no, that isn't true. Because there is coming up a couple of scenes where he actually does physically injure people. So maybe not. Maybe it was always implied, but never... I don't think it was implied at the scale that this showed. Or the level of brutality about it. Like, literally decapitating the mayor. I don't recall anything anywhere referencing that at all in the original game. But it's just nuts. But that whole scene where they're, like, surrounding Sephiroth with guns and they never shoot. It's like... that was weird. I'll admit that was kind of weird. I mean, even if you think, well, they're in shock or whatever, well, the second he kills the first guy, they should have been shooting him. So it should have been, like, fight or flight kind of thing. They should either have been firing at him or running away at that point. This is crazy stuff. So let's go ahead and give this stuff a rating. I'm not going to do the usual rating thing that I normally do because this is not going to really be part of the first impression series. But let's go ahead and give this thing a rating on the usual stuff we do for the first impression series. So gameplay, mechanics, design. In terms of that, everything feels pretty much like a much more polished and much more like, and much, I mean, not much more, but you haven't really played enough to find out, but it feels like there's a lot more depth to it that they built on top of what was already there for Remake, but everything feels a lot like Remake, but just better. Which, when it comes to sequels, is not always how things end up. Like, for example, Xenosaga is a really good example of that. The combat between Xenosaga 1, 2, and 3 is completely different. The basic bare bones of how the system sort of works is there, but the actual... The fine details of the combat systems are entirely different, and they all play differently from each other. This game, it felt like I could take stuff from the first game and directly incorporate it into here, like the perfect roll guard counter still exists and still works in this game, which I thought was something that they might, take and remove, because it didn't feel like it was an intentional thing. It felt like it was just a weird thing that somebody found that's kind of like a glitch, sort of, but not quite a glitch. Like, it wasn't a bug, but it was some weird interaction with the systems that was created because you could switch this mode really fast, and if you did it at the right timing, you could essentially keep all of your defense from not being in operator mode, or Punisher mode, but switch to Punisher mode at the right moment, have the guard happen because you're holding down the button to guard while you're doing it, and instantly go into that counter and back into operator mode where you have all your defense. Because in Punisher mode, you have a defense penalty for extra damage, I believe. So it was a way to get that same kind of physical counter to happen without losing the defense you have, without getting that negative buff. That always felt to me like that was some, if not a bug outright, it felt like it was an unintentional feature. So a bug that wasn't really a bug that needed to be fixed, but just some weird quirk of the system. And I mean, they have to have known about that because everybody in their amp was using that thing and talking about it at some point. So the fact that it's still there is kind of cool. But there's like a whole bunch of other systems and stuff on top of that now. So you get the dual tech system, and there's multiple like facets of that, which is interesting. I just thought that system was essentially you hit R1 to guard, and then you can use the dual tech system. But there's an additional system on top of that. That R1 trigger system is for dual attacks for synergy attacks that use ATB. There's a different one in the command menu that uses those pip bars that are in your character information panels. That's a much more powerful version and has many more effects to it than those just quick ones that you can do through the quick select. So it's actually like there's multiple facets to that system, which is cool. The combat feels a bit more fluid. Feels like there's less hokiness to it. Like movement isn't quite so bad. Now, if I could just remember how to play the game instead of trying to play Monster Hunter, would be better. Sephiroth stuff felt really insanely good. Like it felt like you were playing a really powerful character because this stuff would like one-shot enemies almost, which is crazy, but also fitting for the fact that we're playing Sephiroth. The movement mechanics in terms of like the terrain were really interesting. It feels like there's a lot of more jank to that than you would expect. At the same time, maybe not, because this is like the first time that Square Enix has really dealt with that kind of mechanic, I think, outside of Forspoken. SE didn't, well, it was a different team of SE that did Forspoken, I think. It wasn't this one. The closest they have come to this is in I don't even know if they did they do FF15 or no? I don't know what the team working on this game has done outside of Remake. If they did do FF15, then they had a little bit of experience with these kind of mechanics there, but not so much to this extent that they have them here. So it's not surprising to me that they're that janky. At the same time, it's really cool to have that extra movement through the terrain and stuff. You have like contextual vaulting, contextual climbing, contextual jumping and leaping. Kind of goes to Tsushima-ish on like the edge of things where you can do a leap off of those. The one thing I found really interesting was that we were getting all kinds of all kinds of materia all over the place. Which is kind of nuts, but also makes sense because we're going to get so many party members in this game. So if we're going to be able to switch out our party members freely, we're going to have a lot of materia for that. But yeah, we found a lot of really interesting stuff right off the bat, like, Gil Toss. We found a Magnify. We found a level up, which is actually or not a level, but a level, was it level plus? No, level up something. Whatever it was essentially a materia that when linked with another materia would increase the level of the linked materia by one level, which is really interesting. That's something that didn't exist in the original game even. So that's an interesting addition there. We had another one that was autocast. We had that Empower materia, which increases your linked materia's damage, or when linked with a defensive material will increase your physical and magic resistance, which was cool. And there were a couple other really interesting ones that we found too. The pacing seemed really good. The interactions with like side characters, not like actual just secondary characters, but the actual like just random NPCs around, the background characters, seemed really interesting. We'll talk more about it in the story. In terms of mechanics, the only thing I can really find that was I had a problem with was the lighting mechanics. The HDR bloom felt like it was turned up way too high, way too high in fact. High enough that it was actually causing all kinds of lighting bugs and glitches to happen, especially when going from darker to lighter to darker environments. You would have like this really darkened like area in some places, or extremely bright in other places, to the point where it would like wash out everything or make everything just impossible to see. Those are obvious glitches and things like that. Hopefully that gets fixed in the release version of the game. There are some texture pop in and outs too, and some lot issues, but that's, this is Unreal Engine, so you gotta expect some of that. to happen. Though it did seem like there were some lots that were set too low. Too close together and too low. In terms of the distance, draw distance. Because things were like popping in right in front of us, which is not what should happen. So overall for game mechanics and design, I'm going to give this game a 8.5 out of 10. For art, design, UI, level design, it's next. So let's start with level design. The level design in this game feels light years ahead of where it was in Remake. And one of the only reasons for that is because they're not constrained to a city anymore. We're not in Midgar anymore, so they can go and do whatever they want to, basically, within reason. But even saying that, the level design in Nibelheim felt way better than like in Sector 7. Things were multi-leveled. There was a lot more area to explore around nooks and crannies. There was a lot more kind of connected pathways that made sense. Nibelheim, was basically how it looked in the original game. It was a little bit more expansive, obviously. Like they made it into an actual town that would look like a real town, but they didn't add like any extra buildings or anything like that. I don't believe, or at least they didn't add anything into the main areas where you see in the original game where things are at. Like there was nothing in between Tifa's and Cloud's house, for example. They're still next to each other. In terms of like the environmental mapping outside of towns, really expansive. Lots of just free roam kind of areas. The one thing I kind of didn't like, and this kind of goes back into gameplay mechanics a bit, was the areas where if you tried to go off the main path, it would make you slow walk. That was kind of annoying. I understand why they did to try and keep you on the main path, but you want to explore naturally, because that's just, when you see an open area and you've played a lot of RPGs, you're like, oh, I need to explore, there might be something higher to find. Even if there isn't anything to find, people will still want to explore. So something that devs have to keep in mind when they're working on those kinds of areas. If you give the player a lot of room to go out and wander, they're going to want to do that, so don't restrict them from doing that unless it's like a story-related reason. There's no story-related reason to have a slow walking around those areas. So it's kind of annoying. But in terms of like the quality of the level design, the sense that the levels made, everything was pretty good. For the UI, I think UI is one of the things that this team excels at. They can make UI that is has everything you need, but then hides what's not relevant at the time. Whatever time you're doing something, they hide the irrelevant bits. So I think that's good. There's some games where it just shows you all the stuff on the screen at once. WoW, for example. Or League of Legends, another one. Those are like League of Legends that makes sense for that because it's more of like an RTS style sort of UI. WoW doesn't make so much sense. Even though, well, it kind of also does because it's an MMO, but at the same time, there's so much shit on the screen. So much stuff on the screen. That's just overwhelming at times. Or like even like PSO2 has like 1 billion menus. But this game feels very, this and Remake both felt really good in terms of the UI design. Things are in places that make sense to have them. They're in places where they should be at. What was interesting was that there's like a lot more stuff in the character information panels now in combat, rather than just the stuff that we had like in the remakes, through most of Remake. We got like this pips for the synergy attacks. We got like that symbol that Sephiroth had for the infinite mana buff that he gets from the dual ability, the synergy ability that he and Cloud can do, the big one. So there's like a lot of extra details in there for like each character specifically, and we've seen some of that in some of the other trailers and screen captures and things. While everybody's all of everybody's different things, like the Moogle thing for Kite Sith and Yuffie's like ninja element thing. So it's cool to see that part of it evolve in the battle system UI. But yeah, not much has really changed outside of those more minor things from the UI from Remake. Well, not really minor, but those are the main changes. So that's been pretty cool stuff there. Pretty well designed. For art design, again, everything is pretty damn good in this game. Like the Shinra Mansion in terms of atmosphere was like, Jesus Christ. It's very, very spooky, very haunting. It makes you feel like really bad shit went down there, which it did. And then you get the music in on top of that, and it's just, atmosphere is just insane. The other thing I can really complain about with the art design is that some of the textures are really bad on the ground texture side of things. There's not really too much. Well, they could fix those, but you know, at the same time, bad ground textures are one of the first things you'll notice, and one of the first things that you'll see in most games is that there's going to be some bad ground textures somewhere, just because the ground textures don't really matter too much. And while it'd be good to have better ones, it's not a huge thing, but it's just the nature of, you know, optimization. Ground textures are the first things to kind of go when it comes to trying to optimize stuff. I wish they had fallen back more on, because I'm pretty sure this is made in Unreal Engine 5. Maybe is this? I don't know if this is 5 or 4. I think it's 5, but I'm going to look this up because I actually need to know for this next statement. It'd be good to actually have the proper information. Oh, so they're sticking with, this is Unreal Engine 4 then. That's even more crazy. I wonder if they're going to be doing... I see why they... Okay, so they said that it's interesting and attractive, but the engine is not fully finished yet, which is fair enough. So they can't really release the game on it. So this is still Unreal Engine 4, which is nuts. They've probably done a lot of custom coding to upgrade and update things, but the fact that it's on Unreal Engine 4 is... and it looks this good is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, for example, to get the visuals they did for Final Fantasy 16, they used a highly customized version of the engine that Final Fantasy 14 runs on, which I think the base version of that engine is Unreal Engine 4, but then they modified the hell out of it, and then they modified it even further for 16. So Unreal Engine 4, when you go in and actually, you know, further, you know, develop on it and build it out, can be insane. But it's nuts that this is still FF4. This game is on 4 still. Hopefully they get to hopefully Unreal Engine 5 gets finished enough that they can make the next game on it. So it'd be kind of cool to see them be able to drop off, and the pop-in and all that stuff makes absolute sense now, because if they're still on 4, they have to deal with 4's LOD system, which is total shit, to be honest. Which is why I was thinking that they might shift to 5, because in Unreal Engine 5, you don't deal with LODs anymore. LODs are not a thing anymore with Unreal Engine 5. LOD means level of detail. Essentially what a LOD is, for those who don't know game development, it's when you take a model of something and you remove polygons from it. You make it a lower resolution version of itself, so that it takes less to render. And what you do is the further away you get, the lower resolution the object gets, so that as you're further away, you don't need to see all the details for it. So you can say, you know, okay, when we're, you know, 100 meters away from this thing, we want to use this level of detail that has this amount of polygons in it. And that way we can optimize the game that way, because the further you are away from something, the less detail you need to see. And when we do this, you can still keep the same level of quality visually of the thing, because you can't see the fine details. So that's one way that you do performance, is you actually swap out models for lower resolution versions of them the further away you get. Unreal Engine 5, you don't do that anymore, because what happens is you use the highest resolution version of the model that you have, and the engine will automatically modify it in real time depending on different settings, to keep performance high while keeping the visual quality high as well. Yeah, that's why UE5 is such a breakthrough engine, is because of that system. I think it's called Nanite. I could be wrong. That might be Nanite. Might be the terrain system, but the fact that this is UE4 makes total sense now with what I was saying. So I'm not gonna like fault them for that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna change my scoring on the graphics or the design side of things for when we talked about that kind of stuff. So that being said, then I'm going to give this a 9 on art design, UI, and level design, because the fact that they're doing this, they're taking the engine that they push to some pretty high limits with Remake and pushing it even further with Rebirth. That's nuts. You know, you're getting to the territory where if you push it much further, the engine's just not going to work anymore, I think. Ask I would say Crystal Dynamics. Ask CD Projekt Red how that worked with the Red engine and Cyberpunk. They totally destroyed the engine making that game because of what they had to do to release it on time. But yeah, this is crazy stuff. All right, so audio. The music in this game is insane. Like the last 10-15 minutes of the game, audio-wise, was just like peak audio design, peak musical theory kind of genius stuff, you know. Just how they were using the audio to just essentially have Sephiroth have you and your opinion of Sephiroth and what's going on and what you can see what's going on, just kind of have the music sort of slowly kind of getting more and more crazy. And then like once you see Sephiroth actually murdering people, dropping in those huge synth drops. Just perfect. All the audio that was used fit where it was used, fit really well. Like the audio in the Shinra Mansion just made that whole place feel so much more spooky and threatening and weird. Just the atmosphere it created was insane. Just taking that main kind of theme from, you know, Remake and Rebirth, now the main theme from the first game, and taking bits of it and like just turning it minor and like making some really clashing sounds with like the chords they were using, just made it feel off. And the fact they can take that theme and turn it into like 4 different versions of the theme and they all sound good is god tier level composing. Yeah, that's not something just anybody can do. Takes a real musical know-how to do that kind of stuff. And like I said, the fact that we have like 5 versions of that theme and they all sound good and they all sound different and unique is insane. Remake had like the full OST list for a Remake was like something like 180, 200 songs, something like that. I wonder what the amount of music in this game is going to be. It's got to be massive. Like, if you told me it was double, like 300, 400 tracks, different, you know, unique individual OST tracks, I would not be surprised if it was that or more. Just because the variations and the way that they're playing around with the different themes and things is nuts. Audio quality on point, voiceover quality on point. The voiceovers are really good. Like for the most part, like the diction was good. The quality of the voice acting was good. It didn't feel like there's any places where like the voice acting was not properly directed. You know, in a lot of games, the voice acting, you're gonna have places where it feels like the voice actor wasn't told how to act the part properly, and that the voice acting director didn't, you know, correct them. And obviously, like, you know, there was an obvious problem with the way that something was said during a particular scene. It was given certain inflection when it needed to have some other kind of inflection, and normally what would happen is that a voice acting director would go in and say and tell them, oh, we need you to do this again because X, Y, and Z. And a lot of time you'll see in games of voice acting that there's places where they just don't do that. Like the director didn't go in and do that. They just said, okay, that's good, we'll move on. There wasn't a place in this demo where that happened, which is for what was it, like almost like 2.5, 3 hours. It's nuts. That's not something you see really ever. Even like in massive games like Mass Effect and like Metal Gear Solid. Of course, Metal Gear Solid's probably intentionally done. Like even massive AAA games like this one, other ones that are like really from really important and really popular series don't get the voice acting 100% correct all the time. And everything in this game was pretty much perfect. So for the audio, for sound design in this game and voiceover, 10 out of 10. Absolute peak. Masterful kind of examples of how things should be done. If this is the way the audio is being handled in this part of the game at the beginning, there's going to be some insane shit to come up. Because I can think of a couple different scenes that we're going to get in this game probably, where the audio is going to just make them, you know, think about like how limited they were back in the 90s with the MIDI sound palette. Think about what they can do now and with the scenes coming up, with the just iconic things that are going to happen in this game. They're going to be able to like reach into your brain and just like pick at different sections of emotional centers and like destroy you mentally with these things that are going to happen. Jesus. Yeah, no. Audio in Remake was really good. Audio in this one seemed better. Even better. So, story. Brings us to story. To be honest, I expected there to be more differences between this and the original game. And there wasn't. There was nothing cut. There was nothing really too much added that doesn't like fit in with the original structure of how things are already kind of set out in the original game. This was pretty close to 1-for-1 recounting of how this thing happens. And even right down to the actual dialogue spoken. And a lot of these things were like 1-for-1 dialogue renderings, if you will, from these different points in this flashback part of the game. And the things that they added in are, if you know what happens and what's really going on in these scenes, it's a mind frack. I mean, it's just like, you know, again, if you know, you know. I'm not going to spoil it for people that haven't played the original game, because those people do exist. I know a lot of people like to make memes about, oh, it's a 30-year-old game, how can you spoil it? The people that say that unironically are total assholes that don't have the capability to critically think about things. Like, you know, people were born after you. People have never heard of this game that were born after you. You know, the universe did not stop universing after you were born. Get your head out of your arse and check your ego for a bit, because damn. So if you haven't played the original game, I'm not going to spoil it for you, because that kind of mind frack, you just need to experience for yourself. But damn. I mean, just damn. You can even tell just by looking at certain scenes. Just damn. They're going full on in there with this, and that is crazy. So the all the stuff we had so far is pretty much, you know, same as it was in the original game. There's like minor differences here and there. There's some added stuff that adds a lot more context and flesh to things. Oh, I missed something in the game mechanics we'll talk about here in a second, talking about that. Like that moment where you go into Tifa's house and you open up her closet. Aerith and Tifa both call you an asshole, and that's a hilarious moment. Now, for context, this isn't really a spoiler, it doesn't matter. In the original game, if you go up into Tifa's house and open up that drawer, that dresser chest drawers thing, you get a similar sort of thing that plays out. Tifa doesn't call you an asshole, but she just says, Cloud, And then after that happens, it says you pick up orthopedic underwear. So you're like raiding or panties or something. That's what the insinuation is in the original game. That's hilarious. I like the parts that they embellished on and further filled out. I liked how they built up Sephiroth way more. Like they portrayed him as a heroic character in the beginning of this demo, which is correct because during this part of the story, he is still a hero. He hasn't made that turn. He's still a war. He is a war hero. He is good. He is, who they're portraying him to be. And then when he learns about what Hojo did, what Gas did, and has the somewhat correctly kind of conclusions that he draws from all that information, it just breaks him mentally, and he goes on a freaking bloody rampage, as we see. But they push that rampage to a whole different level in this game, which is insane. All that coupled with like the music and stuff, just if this game isn't Game of the Year material, it's as close as you can get without it being Game of the Year material, just from seeing the demo. This game is going to blow people's minds for a bunch of different reasons. This is like the tiniest portion of the game. Like in the original game, this is maybe like a 10-minute scene. And it like accounts for maybe like 1% of the rest of the entire game. If even that, in terms of the story. In this game, it was like an hour. No, it was like 2. It's not even fully done either. We still have a whole section still to go. But it was like almost 2.5 hours, I think, to get through to the part that we did. There's not much left. There's probably, thinking about the pacing and how things have been played out in terms of the time for this section of it that we played, there's probably still another 30 minutes or so left, unless they just skip right to the next part of the flashback, which I don't think they're going to do. I think they're going to have us travel back up the mountain. Potentially. But, that's crazy, Which makes me think that this game is going to be like 80 to somewhere between 60 to 80, maybe even 100 hours, 120 hours long. That's my guess. Like the story for this game is going to be that much time. It'll be even longer. It'll be a Persona 5 length game, but it's Final Fantasy. There has never been a Final Fantasy even half as long as a Persona, like a traditional Persona game. Those games are massively long. And this might be the first one that does it. And that's crazy to think about. And like story-wise, crazy to think about. And also makes me think of all the things that they are going to be doing with the story. How they're going to be building it up slightly differently. Building up moments later on in the game. Building up to those moments rather later on in the game. How much more they're going to be able to put into building up characters and such for those moments. And all the extra things they're going to be sprinkling in from what I think Sephiroth will be doing. And then all like the stuff with Zack and stuff like that too. This is going to be something interesting. This is not going to be your average, remake of a popular game. This is something a bit different. As much as people, memed about Starfield being the game of the generation, this could be game of the decade, to be honest. Definitely if you're a Final Fantasy VII fan. Maybe if you're just a gaming fan in general. But I think we're gonna get something really interesting out of this. And I can't wait, to be honest. I want it to be February 29th right now. That said, I won't be, hopefully I'll be streaming by then. Again, we'll have all the game done, the Discord game done. I'll be streaming again, because if I'm not, then I'll have to wait, which will be that'll piss me off a lot. For a bunch of different reasons, because I want to get the game done before that point, because it needs to get done really soon. We're really close to finishing it. So if it takes a month to get what's left done, that'll piss me off a lot, because that's you know, I should be able to get done what we still have to get done within a matter of, you know, a week and a half or 2 weeks, most, at max. If it takes me like 3.5 weeks to get what I have left to get done, then that's just, you know, it's on me for not doing as much as I could be doing in terms of the speed of things. And I will not be able to play this now to like be just totally going out of my mind rabid with like I need to play this fracking game. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try what I can to make sure I can play this when it launches. Yeah, thanks for watching this insanely long video. It's probably close to 3 or 4 hours long now at this point. Yeah, comments, questions, leave them below. And I'll catch you guys for the next one of these, which will be at the end of the month. Or if you're going to go on and watch some of my other stuff, see you in those videos. Until then, this is LMAO Games, and overall. Shit, I almost forgot. Overall, let's go. Oh, story. I didn't even rate the story. I didn't even rate the story either. Trying to finish this video. I'll give the story a 9 out of 10. And then for overall, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. There are some there's some crazy stuff going on, like with the audio and everything. There's like the mini games, at least like the one that we saw for this, which was the piano mini game, which is going to be used for all kinds of things. People will be making content with that, just with that. Not playing the game, but making content from that piano mini game for years to come. And that's how you know you have a crazy potential, the potential for a crazy game on your hands, when there's a particular mechanic of a game that people can make content with from that game and not have to have content be related to that game. When you have that situation, you know you got something really interesting on your hands. And I think we got that with this. But yeah, so catch you guys later. Till then, it's LMAO Games, and I'll see you guys at the end of February, hopefully.